Our next speaker will be Mr. Lau Akian. 我们下位演讲者是刘海江先生。I will first speak in English and later in Mandarin. 我先以华语演讲，接下来呢再讲华语。It's election time, huh? 5 years, not a very long time, but also quite a long time. Thereby, you have progress package. I believe some of you may have got the money, according to some reports. Not really. The PSP will give you money when election comes. So I hope, and I believe you also hope, perhaps you should election every year. So you have progress every year. But it's your due. You say, 当雇主啊. But you better be careful. Huh? When the election comes, the PAP will always give you goodies. They will paint a very nice picture in front of you for your future. Let's look at what happened during the election and after the elections. Those of you who are in my generation or older, you will remember the PAP always tell you during election, more good years. But what happened? After 1997 financial crisis and until now, you experience it yourself. More for it. After the last election, you have given the PAP the support and the mandate they wanted. The voters give them 75% of the votes, hoping that they will bring you out of the recession and will look after you. But what happened after the election in 2001? GST was increased. They didn't tell you in the manifesto in 2001 election. Go back and check. I have a copy. Let's move back to 1997 election. You will remember at the time Mr. Goh Chok Tong was the Prime Minister. What was the PAP's promise? No. They promised you asset enhancement scheme. They want to enhance your house value, your property value. What happened today? These are the questions, the past experience, my friends, you should rely on when you go to voting station on polling day. You have been with the government, the PAP government, for a long time. And many elections, especially the last one, you don't really have a choice. But for this election, the Workers' Party provide you with choice. You have heard few of the speakers before me who talk about the Workers' Party manifesto. And I want to tell you, we wrote the manifesto with the following concerns and tenets we based on. We have 14 chapters. They are not independently the chapters themselves, the issues. You can buy a copy, it's on sale, both English and Chinese. $5 each. First of all, we are concerned about accountability. Why is accountability important? Because the PAP government asks for your mandate, asks for your vote. So they must account to you what they have done. And you must be able to tell them whether they've done the right thing or wrong thing. They are answerable to you. And you can only give them an answer if you have an opportunity to exercise your right to vote. That is your power. Our basic principle is power to the people. That's you. But in order that you have the power to vote, you must be provided with your choice. If you are not provided with a choice, every constituency or majority of constituencies has no contest and walk over and go into parliament. What power do you have? The next that we are concerned about is your future. Hope for the future. What will be your future like under the PAP government? I know many of them must experience burden of the cost of living. If the cost of living keeps on increasing as it is now, what your life will be? But what can you do? Can you do something? You can. This is the time. I will explain to you at our subsequent rally. The next, the first world government. The PAP always say they are first world. Yeah, first world. Economically, materially, I don't deny that. And James Gomez will tell you, you and Singapore are first world. But do we really have a first world government? We will explain in our subsequent rally what is the standard or benchmarking of the first world government. We are talking about standard today, don't we? The Prime Minister has responded to our challenge when I announced that first world government will be one of the heart, will be the heart of the WV campaign in this election. He said, this is a last minute issue, we are not serious. And he said, we still intellectual property because it's brought up by the PAP first. By his logic, whatever the PAP says, then you have to shut up. The moment you said it, you steal the intellectual property. I think this is arrogant. But don't run away from it. The Workers' Party is here and prepared to debate with the PAP first world government. We shall wait and see. They also say at the last election, the opposition ran away with ideas. We have no opportunity to respond because the media painted their picture and they launched the attack at the last minute. We were not able to respond. But let me set the record straight tonight here. The Workers' Party has the idea. We have had our manifesto not only for these 5 rounds, we also have our own manifesto. And in 1994 manifesto, among other things, we propose to have at least a basic basic 10 years of education. That was in response to the policy in the past of streaming education. Students were streamed in primary school, extended course up to 8 years, and they are not allowed to go for further education. This we thought we were short-sighted for Singapore because what we have, our real resources, is basically the people. They have changed that. And in fact, they make it public that people should have at least 10 years of basic education. We also proposed in our manifesto in 1994 that the class size in secondary schools should be reduced. Because it's important that teachers have sufficient time to spend with the students. I know because I was a teacher. Mr. Lee Yoke-Suang, he was a Minister for Education. We debated in Parliament. I said, no, this one no bearing. You look at reports. Whether small class size or big class size, it doesn't really affect the outcome of education. But they're changing today. They're reducing the class size. We have talked about it. We have said it more than 10 years ago. In the same manifesto, we also, the Workers' Party also argue that MediSave and MediShield are not the answer to increasing healthcare costs. Because you don't know how much you save. You don't know when you're going to get sick, how long you need to spend the money in hospital. So we propose instead, based on the principle of risk pooling, we propose using insurance as a means. Now you can see that they are revising, expanding the MediShield insurance coverage. This is the right direction to take. But it also took PAP more than 10 years to set the direction correct. While the Workers' Party has seen it long before that. So let me assure you, the Workers' Party and the candidates here, we do have ideas. The question is, how do we carry the idea forward? Whether you want us to share the ideas with the PAP, and if they don't, we debate it. And thereby you also have a better understanding of the issue. Or you want to just allow the PAP to say what he likes, to do what he likes, and allow the media to just be the tool to the PAP. You have to decide. And your decision will have some bearing for your future and your life, at least till the next election, a few years down the road. So when you go to polling day, do think through all the issues. And if you are interested, you want to know more about what the Workers' Party has to offer, what we're going to talk about, do come to our rallies. Please don't just watch the television. The television will show you half true, half story. This is my experience, unless there's a change, I don't know. So I will leave you for tonight's rally, for a Thai day, and do follow our rallies. You will hear more about what we're going to say. Thank you very much.